Hey, my name's Bonnie, streaming from Awabakal and Warramai Land, and this is The Good Stuff on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good
stuff.
The good stuff.
Coming up today, we're having a chat with local Toyota Star Maker Award winner Max Jackson. We'll tell you about the biggest Thrashville lineup ever, and Dan will tell you about a sweet win for a local business. But first, it's time to find out what's happening around Newcastle and the Hunter tonight.
This is where it
Sounds good.
good stuff.
The Lake Macquarie Dobell Festival is in full swing. It's last Trivia Mondays, and grunge rockers from around the region will unite at the Stag and Hunter Hotel for Temple of the Stag. To find out more, head to newcastlelive.com.au.
Good
Stuff.
A huge lineup has been announced for Dashville's slightly heavier festival, Thrashville. The bill showcases some awesome local acts including Dust, Boudica and Where's Jimmy. This punk rock slice of heaven will be headlined by heavyweights Cog and Mammal. The festival will also feature pro skateboarding, live tattooing and graffiti art displays. To grab your tickets, head bang on over to newcastlelive.com.au.
Newcastle Live. Newcastle Live.
There never seems to be a dull moment for 2022 Toyota Star Maker Award winner Max Jackson. In this year alone, she's been on tour, she's released an EP, and she's just released a brand new single called Like It Like It Is. So welcome to The Good Stuff, Max.
Oh, thanks, Bonnie. I'm so happy to be back. I always have so much fun visiting you guys.
It's so good to have you back in the studio. So recently, you returned from the Country Halls tour with Fanny Lumsden, and obviously you shared a whole heap of your journey and your travels, and we got to see inside your van and stuff. How was this tour, and what were some of your favourite moments from it?
Oh my gosh, it's unlike any tour I've ever been a part of. So the whole idea is that you go out into really sort of regional or remote areas and you play at country halls. So it's crazy because you'll be driving along, right? You'll be driving along a dirt road for 20, 25 minutes, and then all of a sudden there will just be a hall on the side of the road and there's no houses around other than big properties. And then, you get there and you think, is anyone going to come?
Yeah.
And then just out of nowhere, people roll in from everywhere, and it's such a community-based tour, and I absolutely loved that because the community get really involved, and they even cook us homemade meals, and they cook homemade things and sell them at the shows, and it's just an incredible tour. So if you ever hear that it's coming to your area, it's definitely a worth going to thing. But look, I think some of my favorite moments were just really connecting with country crowds. That's my most favorite thing. And I actually met quite a few people along the way who were connected to Coonamble, where I'm from, and things like that too. So they were saying to me, oh, actually, I knew your granddad and things like that. So it's funny when you go out into the country, somehow people always have connections, and I absolutely love that. So that's probably my favorite part. And also that we stayed in our van.
Yes.
That was fun.
Did you fit that van out yourself?
So no, we didn't. We actually bought that van back in 2020 and we bought it right before the lockdowns. And so up until this tour, we'd never ever slept in it.
Oh, wow.
So we actually had to really think about what we were going to take with us.
Yeah.
And we definitely did not take enough blankets because it was freezing when we were out near Armadale and places like that. So, but it was very, very fun to be just on the road and staying on the road too.
Yeah. So let's talk about this brand new single. It's called Like It Like It Is. So where did the inspiration for this song come from, and what does it mean to you?
Oh, it's a really special song for me. I'm so excited to have it out. It's actually my very first single after my Star Maker year. So it's now this is the beginning of what will be the next chapter of music for me. And it's a song sort of about being a sentimentalist, really. Yeah. And I'm somebody who really loves particular things, and maybe they're things that other people might think are outdated or, maybe ready to be chucked out, like a comfy old pair of boots, or your favorite jeans. When you buy a new pair of jeans and they'll just never live up to the comfy pair that you always go back to. And it even sort of goes back to, where I grew up. So I grew up in a small town, and people might drive through there and think, it looks like nothing's changed in years, but that's how I love it. And that's how people who live in those places love it too. So it's sort of about that. And I wrote it with the Wolf Brothers, which is another incredible country music group who I'm going on tour with later this year.
That's fantastic. Now, will there be a music video coming out with this song?
Yeah, there will. I've actually just filmed it. So it's all a very exciting concept, and it's lots of vintage things, lots of retro things, and there's this whole thing where it goes from color to black and white. So if people want to watch it, you'll obviously have to go watch it on my socials.
Yes. And you also have little like TikToks out there that I really love. We were talking about your TikToks before because I just think they're so creative. In particular, I saw the, learn the chorus and learn the verse and stuff like that. How do you stay motivated and keep coming up with new ideas for people to engage with your content?
Yeah, look, I love connecting with people just in any way that I possibly can. And I've always been somebody who, loves sharing the journey because I used to love watching other people on the journey that I'm on now. So I always think about it like that. I'm like, somebody out there would, wish they could be out on tour, and maybe seeing what it's like is going to inspire them to go and do it, in the future as well. So I guess something that does really help is my husband, Jeremy, is very, very creative. Yep. And a lot of the time he films things for me and then we put it all into TikTok and edit it. But I just love the creative side of things when it's not so serious. And I think that's why I really do love doing, the reels and the TikToks and things like that. And I know TikTok gets a lot of bad publicity and stuff, but I always go for all that positive and fun stuff, and I use it for that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you're actually about to jet off to Nashville again. How crazy. What excites you most about heading back there?
Oh my gosh, I love Nashville so much. It's just such an inspiring place. It's just the place where so many things are possible, and you can just be seeing all of the artists that you've dreamt of seeing, in one night. So I'm going to CMA Fest and playing a showcase while I'm there, and it's just one of those places that makes you go, oh my gosh, I want to dream bigger and I want to do more amazing things. And so I always love to go. And yeah, we were there this time last year, which feels like forever ago, and yesterday at the same time. So excited to get back.
And you've also just announced that next year you'll be doing the Sound Mart tour, which was really interesting. I was reading about it this morning. You'll be co-hosting it with Damien from the Viper Creek Band. For those that haven't heard about it, can you tell us about what details are involved in this? Yeah,
so basically you get to come with me and Damo from the Viper Creek Band and go to CMA Fest in Nashville. I think it's about a 9-night tour, but don't quote me on that. But you get to come with us from Australia, go to CMA Fest and do incredible things around Nashville. So you really get like that behind the scenes experience. With Nashville, you get to go into some of the most, iconic venues like the Grand Ole Opry and places like that, and then you see everything from behind the scenes, which is a really cool experience. And I'm so stoked to be hosting it because I get to just hang out with everybody the whole time and go and do everything with them. So it's going to be so fun. Yeah,
it sounds amazing. And what better way to go over to Nashville if you haven't been there before than, to go with people that have.
Yeah, exactly. And it's all sorted for you and you just jump on a bus every day and go to all of the amazing things and then get delivered back to your hotel and go and have a party in the night.
Well, Max, thank you so much for stopping in for a chat with us. It's always so good to catch up with you. And I can't wait to see what you get up to over in Nashville.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you so much for having me.
The good stuff.
Local sweet treat barons Doughheads have emerged victorious at the National Donut Competition this year. Along with a stack of other awards, they picked up the top gong for their caramel brulee donut. To find out what other awards they picked up, head to newcastlelive.com.
Good stuff.
That's it for the good stuff today. I'd love to say a big thank you to Max Jackson for joining us. Keep an eye out on our socials for the brand new warehouse sessions featuring Max and her life partner, Jeremy Monet. If you're keen to get your local music fix, hop on over to the Newcastle live stream on our app or via the website. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow from 4 p.m. for more of the good stuff.